Hey, hon.
Yeah.
What's the date?
Today is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
Did you check the calendar?
I checked it twice.
Did you check the calendar's calendar?
No, I haven't checked that one yet.
Well, you gotta see what the calendar is scheduled.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to check the Advent calendar.
What's Jesus have to do with the days of the week?
He's got chocolate in there.
Jesus has chocolate.
Only in December.
Oh, okay. Does he have tables, ladders, and chairs?
Let me check.
All right. So, while she checks on that, Kevin's going to play music.
If you're reading saga or crying from the muir, he'll deliver a sunset flip, so hold secure. He's got comic books and wrestling all night. This is not live with Adam Messinger. Adam S. Messinger.
So, we're on episode 46 of This Is Not Life with me, Adam S. Messinger. And I gotta admit something right now, and that's I'm not alone. The person you heard at the top of the podcast is my lovely, gorgeous, incredible girlfriend. Incredible girlfriend, what's your name? Introduce yourself to Internet Land, please.
Rebecca.
Becca?
Yeah, Becca.
Well, that's good. That confirms that you are who I thought you are for this whole time that we've been dating.
Did you check the sex offenders list?
The what?
You know how there's like a registered sex offenders list? Did you check that?
Shit, I didn't even think of that.
What is it called? Oh, Megan's Law. I might be on there.
You're offended by sex?
That's not how that works.
Oh. Well, there should be a list for that.
I think it may be somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually people who are offended by sex, they're out of control.
Super out of control. Don't they call them Republicans?
Probably, yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Salt of the earth.
Those people. But we had fun last night, y'all.
We did. We had a lot of fun.
Instead of those people, we saw wrestler people. It wasn't last night. It was actually 2 nights ago. It just feels like one big long day that I got to see TLC 2018 over in San Jose at the SAP Center. Becca?
Yeah.
This was your first wrestling experience.
Yes.
What'd you think?
Oh, it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, you liked it?
It was so awesome. There were so many good people. There were so many good matches. The crowd was amazing. So many dedicated fans. I saw kids there, and there was like a baby in the room, in the row in front of us. It was just
You know what? Shout out to that dude that looked like he had ALS.
He was right on the corner.
And
I think that was his family.
Yeah, and that was his baby.
Was that really his baby?
That was definitely his baby.
I don't know. I didn't want to assume. I wasn't going to ask.
Because I don't know. To me, the whole body language and everything said, like, that was his wife, that was his baby.
Okay, it's possible. It's very possible.
Which I was just like, that dude's dope as fuck, living the best life he can right there at TLC with his fucking baby and shit.
He witnessed some good shit.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
And his baby's forever gonna remember the sad day.
Oh my god, he had a WWE little onesie, and it just like saw it at first glance, and then I looked at it again, and I was like, it just killed me.
Yeah.
It was so
He
cute.
should have been crying at the end of the show.
Maybe
I almost cried at the end of the show.
Aw.
Fucking the man
You're so emotional.
not
honey.
having the championship anymore. I'm a huge fan of the man.
Loves her.
Yeah, she's the fucking man. So I was pissed off whenever I saw that she's no longer champion.
Yeah, she had this whole, like, just pissed off face at the end. Because if you watch the pay-per-view, she's on the ladder on one side, Charlotte Flair's on the other fucking side, and out comes Ronda Rousey.
Fuck Ronda Rousey. And she's the dumbest woman on the planet, not the baddest. She's the dumbest because she fucked with the man. You don't fuck with the man. Because
Yeah,
when
but
the
she
man
was-
comes around, you're paying your dues.
Yeah, but she was setting something up. Obviously.
Yeah, an ass beating.
That we're going to get to watch later on down the road. And
yeah.
it'll be good.
Exactly.
It'll be good.
So, we talk about the main event first, because that was my favorite match. Was that your favorite match?
Yeah. It was... I could have probably watched another 10 minutes of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was long. It was long.
There were 12 matches on that fucking show.
It was a lot. I think I only missed one because I got up... Or 1.5 because I got up to...
We had a snafu in the communication department.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to go get us food. She thought I was going, and we were going as a unit to go get food. And she found a downstairs food place.
That was literally like less than 100 feet from us.
Yeah, and I completely missed that. And went, she was
Upstairs.
like, yeah, I went upstairs. And then I went up another flight of stairs.
You went up 2 flights of stairs?
Yeah. Yeah, when you said, come help me.
You should have just threw yourself off and rolled down.
Whenever you said, come help me, like, I was like, I'm there. And I fucking bolted up both of those stairs.
Oh my god.
So when you were like, where are you? The answer to that was I was sucking wind. That's what I was doing. And that's why I couldn't type back that fast, because I was trying to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at all these food places. There's tons of food places.
There was only one damn food place.
Downstairs.
Downstairs. Yeah. And I thought it was like,
Upst-
well, that's gonna be it.
No, upstairs had hella shit.
What'd they have upstairs?
They had any type of food you could imagine. They had Korean barbecue.
Oh, fuck
They
me.
had...
Come on.
They had a salad, like it was a juice and salads thing. They had a burger joint.
Are you serious?
They had like pizza and pasta.
I had a mildly warm hot dog while I was waiting for you, and I was so bad.
Yeah. So yeah, they had all that shit upstairs.
I should have just made you buy food.
You know what? I thought about that. Whenever I was like, you know what, fuck it, we'll go back and sit down. And I was like, I'll get us food later. And then by that time, you're just like, thanks a lot, asshole. Because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I fucking spent my time running around the arena when she had been right in front of me the whole time.
Yeah, so finally I just was like, all right, I'm just going to chow this hot dog down because I can't grow an extra arm.
That's true.
And, you know, I tried to get back to the seat without someone knocking into me and knocking everything on me.
Yeah.
And I was successful. And by the time I got back to the seat, like 2-3 minutes later, you came back.
I felt so bad for the family on the end because we were 5 or 6 chairs in. And there was like a whole row of people that had to move and we wanted to get out and vice versa.
That was
I felt
so annoying.
Yeah, I felt really bad for them. And they looked annoyed, and quite honestly, if I were in their shoes, I would have been fucking annoyed too.
Yeah, I felt bad, but, I mean, we were all in there for the same thing, so I was like, well, sorry, guys.
The one thing I feel like the live show has that you don't pick up on TV and all that is the random ass people around you just shouting shit.
Oh my god. So, okay, I didn't realize this when we got there, and I didn't realize this before you had told me. There's no live commentary. The commentators are there, but you can't hear anything as an audience.
Yeah, I kind of decided if I go back,
Which our original plan was that we were going to live stream it while we're there so we could hear the commentary.
yeah, but it turns out like that there's legit like a 5 to 10 second delay. Maybe
That's right,
even
yeah.
more. It may be a full 30 seconds.
I remember you saying that there was a delay, but...
It was significant enough that the commentary would not have lined up with the match.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That it would have been, way behind. Because, yeah, that's what I was like. I brought headphones, and I was going to share them with you. Yeah, we had this whole plan that we were going to...
It just failed.
listen to the commentary and get the full experience while watching it live. Alas, it was not meant to be.
It was not.
What was funny, though, is in our area, there are times that the wrestlers would go towards the commentary table, and then all the commentators would stand up, and fucking, there became a chant of sit down Corey, because they were like, Corey Graves is blocking our view and shit.
I mean, there's like 6 or 7 of them, and
Yeah, you had...
everyone, like, there was a woman who was in the row up in front of me, and she was like, sit down, you get paid to be here. And it just made me laugh so hard. But they were right. I mean, for the rest of the audience, and the ushers were like weird about like people sitting, like standing on top of the chairs.
We're standing up, period.
Yeah.
Like, they were fucking assholes.
They totally were. And we're just like, come on, we're here for the show.
What was funny is all the ushers were old white ladies.
Oh, you noticed that too?
Yeah, all of them.
It was so weird.
Except for the people at like the front door.
Yeah.
All the inside ushers, just old white ladies. And
I was like, where'd they find these ladies?
Yeah, they were like in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. All of them.
All of them.
And I was just like, this is so weird. It felt like, and as we did that, it felt like a librarian who had lost control of
the library.
Of the library, yeah. And she's like, sit down, like waving at everyone to sit down. And it's like, what are you going to do? There's this huge ass group of people. You're really going to have us all sit down? But it was only like when 1 or 2 of us stood up and she could go sit down. Because then none of us are going to be like, fuck you. Because fuck you leads to we're getting tossed out.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there was a bunch of us, they couldn't do shit. And they'd look at each other like, well, what are we going to do? We got to have all these people sit down right now.
It was hysterical at some point. It was really funny. I mean, I acknowledged her like once and actually sat down, and the rest of the time I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I gotta do me.
Exactly. And so we'd stand up and film shit. Yeah, and the people around us, like, it was so much fun to just be in the crowd because people liked what they liked and they chant for what they liked and yelled just random ass comments.
You know, being there in the crowd and with the fans, like, made up for the fact that we couldn't hear any of the commentary. Right. And it was like the commentary of the fans was like such a huge highlight for me. And I didn't expect that.
Yeah, me either.
So it just made the show so much more fun. And like some of the fans were crazy with some of the stuff they were saying.
Oh my, there was this lady.
Was hilarious.
That was anybody that said Daniel Bryan is trying to get a chant going. She was right there for AJ Styles.
All the way.
Like,
I mean,
she
dedication.
would yell, and she would not stop until you shut the fuck up about Daniel Bryan.
She was a dedicated fan. I had respect for her.
And
she probably lost her voice by the end of the night.
Yeah, she had her all-women's title on. So.
She did? I checked that out. I was like,
it looked pretty legit, too.
Respect. I mean, there was like a guy in the crowd who was, I swear it could have been like one of the ZZ Top cousins. And he was the one yelling Fickle.
I didn't see who that guy was.
I checked out who it was because I was like, who is that? And when I looked over, I realized who it was. And I was like, oh my God, it's that guy. And it was just hilarious. He looked like a Daniel Bryan fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, Fickle. And the dudes who were in the row in front of us.
Yeah, we're chanting for Daniel Bryan.
Chanting, yeah. That's what he gets for driving an SUV.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because storyline-wise, I really wanted Daniel Bryan to win, but I chanted for AJ Styles just because I felt like that's what you're supposed to do, and I like AJ Styles.
I was equally cheering for both, to be honest.
But I
thought they both did a really great job. In that match.
Yeah, they did. That match was really good from the live perspective, and that was one thing. Like I loved that match, but I felt like I've got to pick my pony on this, and I was like, I'm gonna chant for one and then hope the other wins. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got to eat my cake and have it too.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good.
The look on AJ Styles' face when Daniel Bryan walked away. Oh man, he just looked devastated.
Oh, he did.
He looked so devastated. It really made me feel for him. Yeah, but that was a really good moment. Even then, like the fact that he lost, but he put on such a great match. He really sells it. He really sells it in the ring. But you could tell in that match, we were talking about it hours afterwards, there were a couple of things that didn't land in the beginning. They were trying to find like how to be in sync, and they were get their groove. You could tell they were a little off rhythm. And the beginning, Daniel Bryan taunting AJ Styles outside of that ring. That was so funny. And the crowd was going wild for it.
And there was that one guy who was like, smart, Daniel, smart.
Oh, yeah.
Take your time. Like, it sounded...
He was like, hey, come on.
The thing was, it sounded like that guy could have... Like, if this was UFC, that guy would have been in Daniel's corner in the octagon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yelling at him. Like coaches do.
Yeah. It was...
Yeah, that guy was
quite entertaining.
Funny.
Mm-hmm. The other match I really enjoyed, and you and I talked about this, was it Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think if we were going to do a top 5, yeah, that would definitely be on the list. And then...
Oh, the 2 women's matches were the best matches of the night.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
My opinion.
Absolutely. I was a little bit disappointed with the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, it had some lag time in it. And,
the beginning, like... And I noticed, too, I was kind of really observant of the crowd. When that match started, at first people were really excited, and then it went quiet so quickly. And it didn't start to pick up pace until...
Two-thirds of the way through the match.
2/3 of the way, yeah.
And part of it was, like, Seth Rollins was just... It almost felt like Seth Rollins on autopilot.
That's so weird, yeah. It didn't feel like he was giving it, like... It
was just, like, all the Seth Rollins moves. And, like, oh, now I'm going to do this move that I always do. Now I'm going to do this move that I always do.
Yeah, I just... The effort wasn't there for me. And I... love him.
Yeah. And it came... Well, they did hit me with a surprise when Dean Ambrose won. I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming either, but I think actually that was a smart choice.
Yeah, it was a smart choice.
It was a smart choice. It did fall flat.
But, yeah, it fell flat at the end. Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Really good live.
Yeah. That was pretty good to watch. Finn Balor did really good, I thought. He did some really great moves.
Yeah, Finn Balor was awesome. And then it was fun to see the Dolph Ziggler spot from where we were. To see him come out
come out from nowhere.
Yeah. And fuck shit up.
Yeah, I liked that. That was good.
Oh, going back to the main event,
Mm-hmm.
the thing they don't tell you in live shows is when they set tables up in the corner,
Oh my
that
god.
looks great on TV.
Yeah.
That looks awful if you're in the crowd.
Absolutely.
Unless you're legit ringside, fuck those tables.
Nah, I mean, especially in the corner where we were seated.
Oh my god.
We had great seats, mind you, but that goddamn table, it was sitting right in that corner that was facing us, and we kept having to juggle between watching what was in front of us and up at the screens because so much of it was being blocked.
And the problem is we were so close that, like, looking at the screen above was like breaking our necks to try to look up.
So frustrating.
And so we'd see that, and then we would, like, stand to try to see what the fuck was going on around the table. And it wasn't until, like, way later that the ref finally moved that table. And I was legit concerned because that table spot that they set up in the corner for Charlotte to go through, she landed straight on her, like, the back of her neck and cracked the bottom of the table as opposed to, like, going straight through it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
So.
God, honestly, the highlight of that match for me was Charlotte Flair doing that.
The senton or whatever.
Yeah.
Onto. Wasn't it both of them?
Both of them. Becky Lynch was on that commentator's table.
Yeah.
And.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about when Becky Lynch did the leg drop?
No, I'm sorry, you're right. She did the leg drop on the Becky Lynch. She was on the commentator table with
No, Becky Lynch did the leg drop from the ladder. Onto Asuka and Charlotte from the commentator's table.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're talking about, or am I mixing it up with something else?
No. I think you're mixing it up because it was Charlotte Flair. She landed right on top of them.
Yeah, it's true. She did a flip.
On top of Asuka and Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, yeah. That was pretty cool.
And I didn't realize that until, like, we were 10 minutes into watching matches from the first match. When you hear stuff land, like punches land, kicks, like stuff, the tables, the chairs. Wow, especially from where we were, you could hear that so loud. And the way she landed, oh my god, it all sounded painful.
Yeah, it did.
It all sounded so painful. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that I wish if we got to go back and do it again was we go a little earlier because I missed, both of us missed the Cedric Alexander Buddy Murphy match. We came in right as Buddy Murphy hit Murphy's Law and pinned him. And I wish I could have seen that match because I'm sure that was a great match. I love the 205 Live stuff. And then the God, the Bobby Lashley Elias match, it dragged.
Honestly, it did too. It did for me too.
It dragged, and then
that bit with the guitar though made me just laugh.
Wait, which bit?
Because remember he was about to start playing guitar and
and then Bobby Lashley just came out and fucking interrupted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he bends over, when he bends over and just smacks his butt. Oh my god, I don't know why that's so funny.
Yeah. I always thought that was really stupid. And I was just like, I don't want to see your ass, Bobby Lashley.
It's just him being, like, silly and childish. That's what it is. Yeah.
I was glad to see you pop for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I know it caught you out of nowhere. That's where I've been staring at his ass for the last 3 weeks.
That's true, yeah.
And I'm just, like, over it.
Yeah.
Like, over his ass. Like, no. Fuck, kind of, you 2 years old? I get you have a butt.
It's got a nice looking butt.
Yeah, it was alright.
It's a pretty full moon.
Yeah. The thing that pissed me off about that match is so Elias wins, he grabs the guitar.
Yeah.
and he wins the match, which that's fucking stupid. It's a guitar. You should not win the match because you grabbed a fucking guitar.
Yeah, what was up with that? I thought that was so weird. I was like, is that his prize?
They didn't lay out the stipulation. I feel like that was not the stipulation. They didn't lay out that was the winning objective.
Right.
Until the match started. Like when they built for the match, they were just like, it's a guitar on a pole. They didn't say the winner or guitar on a ladder. Hanging guitar, whatever the fuck. They didn't say that the winner was the one that got it. They just said it was going to be there and they could use it. And that it would be a pin. Like, I got the impression it'd be a pinfall victory. So, Elias gets the guitar. He gets down. Like, what was the point of him winning if Bobby Lashley was just going to beat the fuck out of him with the guitar anyhow? Because Bobby Lashley takes it and beats him down.
Yeah.
And then leaves, and I'm like, well, what good was that win?
Yeah, it was that was quite an interesting event. That was something that I could have skipped over and would have been okay with it.
Yeah. I like the mixed match challenge match with...
It was surprisingly better than we thought it was going to be.
Absolutely. It was R-Truth and Carmella versus fucking Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. R-Truth had a lot of energy, and I feel like...
He really did, yeah.
The problem is, like, on TV, it doesn't come off as good as it does in real life. On TV, you watch it every week, and it's like, yeah, okay. And, like, being there and seeing him rap and seeing him and Carmella and their chemistry, like, that's a you have to be there thing. That's not... I feel like it doesn't work on TV, but it works in real life.
Yeah, I would agree.
And they had it was an entertaining match for what it was. I didn't expect it to tear the house down.
Yeah.
But it was good. And the segment at the end I thought was funny, where they talk about the trip to anywhere and the number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, gosh.
And the number 30 in the Royal Rumble is perfect for R-Truth, because chances are somebody's going to, like, fucking kneecap him or some shit like that and steal a spot. Like, that would not shock me at all if he just lost his spot because somebody beat him up.
Yeah. They might run with that. You never know.
Yeah, so...
What I thought was hysterical is that, you know, the, what's her name? With the announcer who had it.
Which one?
Who was asking Carmella, you know, like,
oh, the lady?
Yeah, she's asking her, she's like, okay, she's like, you want to know where your trip is? And she's having her guess, and she's going, Paris? And
and R-Truth was just like...
He's like, no, think tropical. And when it comes out that they're going to...
WWE headquarters.
Going to Connecticut. I'm thinking, Connecticut? Tropical? Like, what?
No, yeah.
That was hysterical. And her face, I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
She was so disappointed.
Yeah. Again, like, those matches, you have to be there for them.
Yeah.
I feel like they're good if you watch them live, but on TV, you can completely skip them.
Oh, totally. For that last bit, I definitely thought about that wouldn't have played. That wouldn't have gone very well reception on TV. But yeah, live it was pretty fun to watch. I think we have to talk about Randy Orton and we have to talk about Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio.
The Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio match, that was another one I feel like was really good to watch live.
It was. It had a lot of high energy.
I feel like on TV it was probably boring.
I kind of want to rewatch like the pay-per-view.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to see how a couple things do play out on TV. Because that match I really enjoyed, and maybe it's possible that you are right, that it probably would have played flat like not live, or well, not watching it live, but watching it on TV.
Yeah.
But that was really enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match a lot. The Ruby Riott Natalya match with the tables was decent, except for the time it felt like it took to set up tables and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt it, like, that was probably the one place it dragged, is when people were setting shit up. Sometimes they just took so long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, alright, you just spent 2 minutes setting up a ladder or a table or whatever the fuck. You need to calm yourself. You know, or hurry it up. Not calm yourself. You need to snort some coke and hurry it up.
I do want to say that the highlight of that match for me was Ruby Riott taking out the jacket.
You mean Natalya?
Oh, no, Natalya taking out the jacket.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Natalya taking out the jacket, I thought was really, really fun. And her having the Ruby Riott table. The Ruby Riott, yeah.
You know what?
That was great.
That was really cheesy. I thought that's another thing on TV I think I would have rolled my eyes. But I fucking loved seeing it live.
I loved seeing that.
I loved, like, whenever they did that, I was like, oh, that's a very obvious thing that I wouldn't have thought of.
The crowd went fucking wild for it.
Yeah.
And we go back to the same thing. It's like, energy-wise, there was a lot of things that, for sure, like, the crowd, you would think, like, wouldn't go for, but they totally fucking went for it.
Now, you're better authority on this than me,
okay.
Because I fucking couldn't hear half the night.
Unfortunately.
Well, yeah, I've got double ear infections right now, so it sounds like I'm underwater. But I felt like the crowd was pretty much silent, except for, like, random shout-outs here and there, until something big happens, and then they would, like, go into a big chant.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, everybody just kind of sat quietly.
No. Looking back, there were very few quiet moments. I think. But the big one that I was definitely observant about was that Seth Rollins match again.
Everybody started chanting boring, and I felt like I was watching it, and there was a lot of the Seth Rollins on autopilot.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. Like, I can see why people wouldn't like it. And it wasn't until now as we're talking that I realized, yeah, it was Seth Rollins on autopilot, and that's why everybody was pissed. But, like, for me, at the moment, it didn't bother me. And everybody was chanting boring, and I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I was, like, confused. I was like, I'm enjoying this match. It's,
I mean, at the time that I was watching it, I thought some of the stuff that he was doing, and I thought it was okay, but it just didn't have the same kind of momentum as some of the other matches. And I can think of previous, just from the week before, stuff that he was doing that I felt played better.
Oh, you didn't get to see it, but there was a match he had with Dolph Ziggler recently to defend the IC title on Raw that got a way bigger reaction, and way more people were into that than were into this match with Dean Ambrose.
Right.
For whatever reason, I feel like, yeah, it was not... Well, it didn't bother me. Excuse me. It didn't bother me. But at the same time, those two are capable of so much better.
Right.
And that it should have been a better match.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been a better match.
All right, hon.
Yeah.
What was your top 3 matches of the night?
Top 3? Do I have to put them in order? Or that's hard.
Put it in order, or else your head will melt spontaneously.
Like in scanners? I'm kidding.
I thought those exploded.
They do, I know. Okay.
Well, I guess...
I think the 3-way match, the women's division.
Yeah.
The women's match, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. and Asuka. That was definitely number one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Ronda and Nia would have to be second. And for third, gosh. You know, I thought it was really fun to watch, and it was the three-way tag team match.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that match.
New Day.
Yeah.
The
Bar.
And
the Usos. Yeah.
I thought that was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. There was a lot going on, but I really, really liked that. And the way they always come out and like
my only gripe with
the row
that
behind us, guy caught a fucking pancake.
Oh yeah.
That just did it for me. I don't know why.
So Kofi's throwing pancakes, not paying attention to where he's throwing them to half the time.
Yeah.
And there's a guy who was on his cell phone in our area, and a pancake just hits him straight in the face. And
no, not in the face.
No,
smack in the chest.
Oh, it hit him in the chest?
Smack in the chest.
But, yeah, like, and it was funny because Kofi, that was one of those where Kofi did not throw that at him on purpose.
No, he was just swinging them wherever.
Yeah. He hit the lights a couple of times, and that cracked me up.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Oh, I was talking about the crowd?
Yes.
The crowd, to me, and I don't know if you've played this game, but if you've played WWF Attitude, it sounded like that, the crowd in that game. Where it would just be a random person shouting out something, and then everybody chanting, and then it'd go back to just that random person shouting out something, or like sounding like an empty arena almost.
Oh my god. The one that made me laugh really hard was, "Hey, Dean Ambrose, you suck." And then, like, the crowd would go wild because something happened. And then, like, a couple minutes later, "Hey, Dean Ambrose, you still suck."
Yeah. That was so good. Yeah.
Oh
that guy had me dying. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my gosh. That was hilarious. Okay, your top three. Let's hear
Okay, my top three. I'm going to go with the main event, the three-way women's match.
Okay.
Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax match.
Okay.
And then Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles.
Of course.
So
the
yeah.
Homeboys.
Huh?
The Homeboys.
The Homeboys, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, tearing it up.
Tearing it up.
That about does it for our coverage of TLC.
TLC, Tender Love and Care.
2018.
2018. Comes with free chairs, guys.
Yeah, we got chairs, bro.
So I can sit on Seth Rollins' face.
Yep. If that's what makes you happy, hon. That's all I want out of life is you to be happy.
So kind. So much TLC.
So much TLC. And you'll have that TLC all over Seth Rollins' face.
Oh, they don't need to know that.
You just told him you wanted to sit on his face. I don't know.
Well, because I'm going to use the chair to sit on.
All right. If that's what you... I
didn't say what I was going to use the chair for.
If that's what... you just said you're going to use it to sit on. To sit on his face.
Yeah, that's true.
So... on my Instagram, at Adam S. Messinger, you will find all the... I posted about 5 or 6 pictures.
Some good snapshots.
Huh?
Some good snapshots on there.
Oh, yeah. And then, go there.
Go check it out.
And then follow all my other shit, Twitter, Facebook that I never use.
Comment on the photos, or, comment on the photos.
Oh, yeah, comment on my photos. Make fun of me. What?
For sure. The reviews, iTunes reviews.
Well, I'm going to get to that.
All right. Let me slow my roll.
Becca, where can the world find you? Because, quite frankly, you're an amazing human being, and everybody should be paying attention to you.
Oh, you're too kind. I'm on Twitter, BubblegumBeck.
Yeah.
And I'm on Instagram, also BubblegumBeck. I will post up some photos of TLC, because I always repost your stuff. But I took plenty of pictures, so I'll put some of that stuff up too. And yeah, that was
Yeah.
our last big event of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stupid question. Would you go back to another wrestling show after this?
That is not a stupid question. And hell to the fuck yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so much fun. We were talking about the last episode you did a couple days ago. And you were talking about your first match.
Oh, yeah.
And all those details I didn't know. And
How, yeah, like, it wasn't very good. But because I was there and I was experiencing it, it had its good moments.
yeah, and it was memorable for you. And this was, I could not have picked
I wouldn't
out.
go as far as memorable because I can't remember anything. I'm lucky if I remember my name half the time.
Yeah. Well, I can help you with that.
Yeah.
But no, I would definitely go back and do this all over again, and I'm definitely going to go to more, and I'm looking forward to all this stuff, and I know we've been protesting WWE because of all the BS they've been doing, but you know what? It's about having fun.
Yeah.
So, fuck it.
Yep. As you
Contest.
mentioned, iTunes reviews. Go review this show. Give it 5 stars on iTunes. As you guys know, we review comics and shit on here. I talk about comics, my love of comics, just as much as I do wrestling. And I want to give away some free art. We're celebrating Aquaman. If you leave an iTunes review, the best review gets either a Patrick Gleason pencil piece that's like 11 by 14 or something huge, it feels like. And then there's a pencil and ink headshot of Aquaman by Steve Epting, and it's on magazine backing board. Or Aquaman 43, shoot you over a variant and a regular. Celebrate Kelly Sue DeConnick coming on. Or movie tickets to see Aquaman.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of shit out there for you should you give the best review. And tell your friends about the show. I hope you enjoy it. I think that'll be it. Dandelion Massacre does our theme.
That's right.
Dan Faughdner does the graphics.
Thank you, Dan.
Kevin Lane is the polite gentleman who has edited this episode. Thank you, Kevin, for all that you do.
Thank you, Kevin.
And with that, I'll catch you on Friday. And we'll talk comics.
Lots of comics.
Huh?
Lots of comics.
Well, I won't go that far.
Alright, see you guys.